Good morning.
Good morning.
So we have now been back from Florida for just over a week. Yeah, so we've been like getting back into the swing of things, and just like going back to work and just trying to get back into a normal routine.
But it's good to be back.
Yeah, it is actually, because we've got so much coming up this year that I didn't realise just how quickly it was all fast approaching. Like it's literally nearly February, so that means we're going to be getting married in like 3 months. So we've got so much we need to do. So it's kind of a good thing that we're back. But we just thought we would do a little roundup vlog of all of like our highs and lows. Not that you have lows in Florida, but just like your least favourite thing about the holiday, other than coming home.
Small world.
That's great. But yeah, so we're going to do that today, but we just thought we would show you us making our breakfast as well. So we're going to make a little Florida inspired breakfast. We've got some Cracker Barrel pancake syrup, we're going to have pancakes, and we're just going to close our eyes and pretend that we're back there. So yes, let's get going. So we are making pancakes, as I said. We've got oats, self-raising flour, eggs and banana. It's literally just going to be 60 grams of oats, 20 grams of flour, 2 eggs, some mashed banana and a little bit of sweetener. So I'm lazy and I just blend it all together. But yeah, let's get started. And here is our Mickey Mouse inspired breakfast pancake platter. I've made these before and they're so good. And then this is the syrup we have from Cracker Barrel. It's just a blueberry syrup. When we went in there last time they gave it to us, we thought we'd save it for when we came home. So yeah, I am very excited to try this. Look forward to it?
Yes.
We love pancakes.
I love pancakes.
That's my little portion. Daniel's nearly finished his because he inhales his food when he likes it. Do you like it?
Love it.
Yum. So we've had our breakfast, which was really good. Did you like it?
Loved it. Yeah, I do love a good pancake.
I've also just put my Disney Spirit jersey on that smells like Mickey waffles.
It actually does.
It smells so good. But we are going to run through our Florida sort of like highs, lows, any like tips we had from this trip, things that we're glad we done, bits like that. So, going to start with Daniel.
Go on then.
What was your highs of the holiday?
Honestly, the Magic Kingdom fireworks.
Yeah?
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I've never done it before. Obviously, I've always done Epcot over the past years that I've been. And compared to Epcot, I thought it was
Better.
a lot better. It was very special. And
I think in like previous years, I don't know if you agree, like Epcot's fireworks were better than what they are at the moment. I loved it, but
yeah.
I feel like Epcot's used to be better than what they are at the moment. That's just my opinion. I love Illuminations.
When we watched the first one, when we went 2 years ago, was that Illumin? No,
that was the new one. That was Epcot Everard. I don't know what, I can't even remember what it was called.
But yeah.
And your least favourite bit of the holiday?
My least favourite. That's got to be. It's not really Disney related or anything like that. But it was eating Bahama Breeze in the airport because it was like the last. So I really enjoyed Bahama Breeze. It's really nice. But having that in the airport, knowing it's your last time, just put such a downer on things. But it was still nice. Yeah, it was still nice to have a Bahama Breeze. You know, it's great to have one in the airport. But yeah, that was probably my least favourite. So Kimberly, what was your favourite part of the holiday?
I've got 2 equal favourite parts of the holiday, so I'm being greedy, I can't just choose one. Genuinely, it was just being there, like especially in our first like couple of days, and we mentioned it in the vlogs, like it was really busy, like the theme parks were busy, like Universal Studios was quite crazy on our first day.
That was mad.
Like there was just people everywhere, but I literally did not care. Like I would not have cared if I'd been there for 2 weeks and not gone on a single ride. I just loved being there, like walking around, taking it all in. And like it just felt normal, like after how not normal the last 2 years have been, it just felt normal to be back somewhere we loved and like
being around loads of people.
Yeah, just being around people again. Like, I remember when we was at the Magic Kingdom fireworks, there were so many people around us, and literally a year to the date before we were in lockdown, so it was like me and Daniel were only allowed to see each other, and then all of a sudden we were still in this massive crowd of people at Magic Kingdom waiting for the fireworks. It was kind of like surreal. And my second joint favourite was Typhoon Lagoon. Being there on
good.
the opening of like after how long it had been closed, like it was just so nice, like all the people there. And to be fair, we heard this so many times when we were in Florida. People were looking at us, they was like, oh my god, I hear a British accent, like it's so nice to hear you guys, you're back, like the amount of times we heard that, it was really nice. And then goes, it means so much to us to like have you guys back. So yeah, that was really, really nice.
And to be in a water park
in January, literally 2nd of January in a water park. Yeah, that was good, really.
So your least favourite?
Walking out of Magic Kingdom on our last day, like I had like tears down my eyes walking down Main Street. I didn't actually cry, but it was just really emotional. I just wasn't ready to leave. And like hearing the music, like, and you think like when you think to the first time that you walk through the theme park, like at the beginning of your holiday, and you think, wow, I have like 2 weeks here, like oh my god, and then it just goes by so quickly, and then like you're walking down Main Street like, oh, like it's the end. Like I right now obviously we don't have another trip booked, so we don't even know when we're going to go back. Well, we know we're going to go back next year,
100%.
but we haven't got it booked yet,
but nothing's finalised until it's booked.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was just, that was definitely my least favourite part of the holiday.
And even for myself,
Sorry, I just had surgery on my legs on Friday. I had my veins removed and someone just touched them again.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, even for myself, I even turned round and looked at the castle. And I don't really do think, like, not like that sort of person sort of could get emotional about leaving somewhere, but I actually did. To turn around and look at that castle for like the very last time and then drive away was...
And also, we don't know if the castle's going to look like that next time we go back, because obviously the 50th is only going to be on for 18 months. So by the time we go back, I'm pretty sure that will be done. So yeah,
it always makes things a lot more special as well. Like, you're going to see the new castle.
Yeah, they're true. So second thing is going to be the best thing and one of the most important things when you go to Florida, the food.
Oh yeah.
So Daniel, what were your standout food options whilst we were over there?
So a big bit is Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I love that restaurant. It is amazing, and to have the Bang Bang chicken and shrimp
after only trying my one,
trying Kimberly's one, and then actually going for the real thing. Yeah, I mean the real thing is, yours is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the real thing is obviously they use the full fat ingredients, the lot. So obviously it's going to be a lot nicer. But yours was great. I can't knock that. And your anything else? So yeah, Magic Kingdom, when we had them corn dog nuggets. I know it's only a snack, but
it's not really a snack. It was more of a snack for us because we shared it. I suppose, you can have it at the meal.
Yeah, but they were amazing.
From Casey's Corner, the corn dog nuggets and the cheese sauce. Oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah, they were banging.
And any other food options?
Yes, so there's a place in Disney Springs called Homecoming. The waiter there was amazing. He literally, I chose what I wanted, and then he sort of said how he would have it. So it was a chicken sandwich.
It was a chicken sandwich, like fried chicken sandwich. Well, he gave us loads of options, didn't he? He kept saying to us like, right, this is what I would choose off the brunch menu. This is what I would choose off the lunch menu.
So yeah, I chose the fried chicken sandwich, and then he told me to like dip. Not I didn't do it personally, but put it for the chef. To dip it and like turn it round in a honey sauce.
It was like a hot honey, he said.
It was incredible. Yeah. It was such a nice sandwich.
It was so nice that he gave us these little tips as well. Like he said, if you order that, I substitute this and have this with it.
That's exactly what I did, and it was banging.
All our food in there was so good. Nice. I chose off the brunch menu, you chose off the lunch menu. But yeah, the food was so good. So if you get a chance, I know the brunches there are really, they book out really quickly. So when I saw one come up, I quickly nabbed it. But I would highly recommend that if you like got it on your list. Definitely go.
And yes, so Kobe as well.
Yes.
Kobe is an experience.
Yeah,
love it there.
For all you Disney people as well, it's like Tepanido in Epcot, but it's just like off-site as well, and I think it's cheaper than Tepanido. But yeah, so if I know, like obviously the dining plan isn't around as we make this video. They've said it's coming back, but we don't know exactly when or what it's going to look like. So if you're looking for any of like your favourite Disney restaurants, but you don't want to eat at Disney, Kobe is one to try.
And make sure you don't eat hours before you go, because you get a plate
the amount of food that he piled on his
plate. For some reason the chef took a liking to me and he piled the food on like
He actually had a mount.
I don't know if I video.
No, we
managed
actually
to get it on camera.
We didn't video it in there just because like we were sat. There was four of us obviously, but you're sat like round the table with other people, and I don't know. It just felt like a bit. Because of how we would have had to have videoed it, everyone else would have been in there and they're eating and stuff, so I didn't really want to film someone else like whilst they're eating their food, like they might get uncomfortable, like they haven't gone out for dinner to get filmed. So yeah, so unfortunately we didn't get to film as much in there as we wanted to. But yeah, it's one of those things as well, like you kind of just want to enjoy the experience. Like the chef like is really like immersive when he's doing things, like he's putting on a little show, so you kind of just want to like take it all in. You don't want to be sat there like filming. But yeah, definitely give it a go. It wasn't even, that was actually not one of our more expensive meals. It's a little bit more expensive obviously. It's not like you can go out and you can get quite cheap meals, like you're paying a little bit more, but it's still like reasonably priced
as well. So if you've got kids, you can take your kids there and not have to fork out for a full meal.
And you can take your food away like you can everywhere in America. So like if you are like looking at the amount of food on your plate thinking I am not going to be able to tackle this,
put it in a box, take it home.
Although I don't know what happened that night. So Daniel, my mum and my dad all didn't finish their meals. As you know, my dad had surgery, so he can't eat much anyway, but there was me sat there with a clean plate. I was like,
there was no way I was going to finish that. There was not.
To be fair, I definitely didn't get as much as you guys, because every time basically my dad didn't like speaking on his behalf, like he gets a bit uncomfortable, so like, I would always ask like if they had kids menus for him and things like that. So quite often when I was like saying, oh no, less food, I don't know if like the language barrier was going like through, because like I would always get not much, and I don't know if he thought I was speaking for me or for my dad, but yeah, so I don't know, but I had a clean plate in there, not everyone else.
And what about you, Kimberly? Favourites for your food?
So Blaze is always up there. I love Blaze. We ended up having it twice, and yeah, it's up there with, like, I don't know, it's not like, it is just an amazing pizza, but I think it's just everything just being in Disney Springs, like, and it's like our new first night thing, because we done it the trip when we got engaged. Like we're now making it our thing that we are going to go there on our first night whenever, like obviously if we can, like we very nearly didn't get there on our first night this year because we had all the dramas with the bedroom and then the delays, and I checked online and it said it was closing at like 10, and we got there at like just after 10 or something, I can't remember, but anyway, we thought we weren't going to get it, but we made it, and we got our pizza. Secondly, obviously Cheesecake Factory, I love it there. I've tried to recreate so many of their dishes, so yeah, that was up there for me. And we found out there's a Cheesecake Factory in Dubai, so when we go on our honeymoon, we are getting our Cheesecake Factory fix. But also Homecoming, I know we've already spoke about that. That was also another one of my favourites, just because of the waiter. And then a girl I know through Instagram, her other half works there, so I got to like meet him. So yeah, it was really, really nice, and that was definitely up there with one of my favourites. And like you said, Kobe. Kobe is so good. So we are going to tie in Crowd Levels and Genie Plus together now. Personally, we had a really good experience with Genie Plus.
Oh, amazing.
I see it get a lot of like stick online, and I can understand why, like, for it is one of those things you used to get for free, so I can understand like people aren't going to be happy about that. Obviously we weren't even happy about that, like it's something that you originally used to get. I can understand why Disney charged though. Universal's prices, we looked at prices for express passes for the two of us, and it was like $240. It's
really not worth it. For us,
we weren't going to, yeah, we wasn't going to pay for that, because we're happy to do single riders.
Oh yeah,
but
we did that quite a lot.
Genie Plus, so for us obviously we were staying off site, so we would like log on in the morning. One thing I would say is like beforehand, obviously get yourself used to My Disney Experience app, link a card to the app, like the one that you're going to use for payments, so that when you're there on the morning, you're ready to go. Like you don't have to like delay yourself by adding a card or whatever.
You were really good at booking everything, buying it just first thing in the morning, checking it and everything.
I know some people don't like it because they feel like they're going to be glued to their phone as well, but for me, I didn't feel like I was on my phone any more than I normally would be. Like I would do it when we stop for a drink break or something to eat, or when we're in a queue, or in those little moments I would quickly stop and check if we could book another Lightning Lane. So you log on at 7 in the morning, buy Genie Plus for the day, and then you can book your first Lightning Lane. But you say, I know a lot of people get confused with this bit. so you can only have one lightning lane booked at a time to begin with, but then once the park has opened, you can, if say for instance your first lightning lane was at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, from when the park opens after that, you can book another lightning lane within 2 hours. So then that means you might potentially have more than one booked at a time. So then, and also if you want to know when you can book your next lightning lane, if you just click, so say you've literally just booked one and you want to know when will I be allowed to like book another one, you can obviously book another one once you've used your first one. But if you click on another ride and attempt to book another lightning lane, it will say, oh, this person is not eligible to book one until blah 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 time. So that's, I know a lot of people get confused and not knowing when they're allowed to book one, but the app will literally tell you, it will tell you when you're allowed to book another one. So yeah, so don't like get too bogged down with that. And for us, like when we done the 4 park challenge, I kind of like worked backwards. So I booked one for really far in advance at like our last park for the day. And then I done that each time I was allowed to book another ride, I would book one for like in reverse for the parks that we were going to go to. So then it meant I basically had a load of lightning lanes stacked up to use throughout the day.
No, that was really good. You done well doing that. And
also, like, we used it a lot, and this is one thing I've seen it gets slated for online, is that don't use it when the parks are busy, but for us actually that's why we used it.
Definitely.
We always got like a minimum of like 3 or 4 rides out of it. But yeah, I think it was great, and we didn't use it every single day because we didn't need it.
Now we know how it works and everything, and it just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, so for me it worked really, really well. Obviously I think it's still a new system, so some people are still getting used to it, but for us we managed to utilise it for what we needed it for, and I enjoyed it. It just made our days a bit more smoother when they were going to be busy.
Less stress-free. If you're not, I'm not going to get on that ride because the queue, and you got a lightning lane. So.
But yeah, no, and it was like, as I said, like we would literally just, I would be in the queue thinking, oh right, let me go on there quickly and check when I can book another one. So it was never like that. The only thing that was annoying, I think, was one day when Test Track was down, and another day when Rock and Roller Coaster was down, because that took 2 rides out of the system. The other ones were booking up quicker, like the other bigger rides. So yeah, if there's a ride that's down, especially if it's a big ride in one of the parks, that does make it a bit trickier because you might not get the selections you want, or you will always get a ride that you want, or we found we did, but sometimes the times would be a lot later that we weren't planning on being in the parks then. So it was a bit annoying, but actually we didn't mind that because there was a couple of times that we would go back, get changed, ready for dinner, and just pop into the park.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
And I know that's not suitable for everyone, but we're just really flexible with stuff, like doing stuff like that. Like that's why we're happy to like go into the park for a morning, do a couple of things, then leave, come back. Like that's just how we do our holiday. I know some people are completely different to that, but that's just what we like doing. And I try not to complain about things like that when I'm over there, because I'm like, do you know what? I literally said to myself, me and my dad said it last year, like before the borders were open, I said I would literally queue 4.5 hours to go on It's a Small World right now if it meant I could just be in Florida. So yeah,
I think I said that once.
Yeah, literally. So we were just happy to be there. We were not going to moan about anything. So this one's going to be a tricky one.
It's going to be very tricky.
Best ride.
Best ride. Can I do a Universal and a Disney?
Yes, I'll let you have that.
Right, okay. So I'm going to start off with Universal. Got to be Velocicoaster.
Oh, it beat Hagrid's.
It beat Hagrid's only because, see, it's the thing, Hagrid's. No, Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
It's got to be that. That ride was incredible.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to go on it the second time we went back. I think I said in the vlogs, I went on Rip Ride Rocket, and I just had the worst headache after it.
Did.
And it just made me feel, I felt alright immediately after, but then it just started brewing and got worse and worse. So yeah, I kind of just avoided rides for the rest of that day and just took it easy. But yeah, I'm really sad now. I'm sat here thinking, oh, why didn't I just man up and just go on it?
But yeah, Velocicoaster, what a ride that is. That's incredible.
And Disney.
Disney. There's only one ride to choose, isn't there?
What for you? I know what you're going to say.
What's that?
Rise of the Resistance.
It is Rise of Resistance. Not a Star Wars fan, but that gave me goosebumps. It is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no words to describe it. I mean, when we come off it, we were speechless.
There's this one bit that happened, and I still now I'm like, how did they do that?
I think I even YouTubed it of how they done it, but I never ended up watching
the result.
The result I wanted. But yeah, it was out of this world, definitely.
Okay, so for me,
yeah. What about you then?
Universal. I'm probably going to say Hagrid's because I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. Like, I'm not like a die-hard Harry Potter fan, but I am a really big Harry Potter fan. And we didn't get to go on that ride last time that we went in 2019.
There was a hornet's nest.
There was a hornet's nest, and it broke down. There was just loads of issues, so we didn't get to go on it. So it was just so exciting to be able to go on it and to be able to not have to wait 110 minutes because we had a single rider. But yeah, I loved that. I did really, really like Velocicoaster as well. Like, I love Jurassic Park. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with those films. Absolutely love the park, like that section of the park. So yeah, I did really like Velocicoaster, but Hagrid's just slightly beat for me.
That really throws you off, that ride, doesn't
it? It's so good. Disney.
Go on.
I love Rise of the Resistance. Brilliant ride. No, not Small World. Brilliant ride, but I don't know. I think it's still Tower of Terror for me. Yeah. I don't know why. It's my favourite ride because it just reminds me of being a kid, going to Florida with my cousins. We used to love that ride. I remember there was one point, me and my cousin, when we found out we were going to that park that day, the exact same time, we were like, Tower of Terror! I don't know.
Back then, they didn't even have seatbelts.
Yeah, well, that's when they didn't used to have seatbelts, so you used to just lift out the seat. But yeah, I don't know, there's just something about that. I think it's more so that ride, it's not just for the ride, it's like all the memories that it brings back for me going there as a kid. And just I remember one of my cousins who was 2 or 3 years younger than us, he was at that point where he was now getting tall enough for the rides, and I remember we literally walked through the park and we all, me and all my cousins, ran to that ride just to see if he was tall enough, and he just made it, and we were all so happy. So I don't know, just every time I go on it now, it just brings back all of that for me. So no ride is gonna top that because there's just too many memories, that's why I chose it. Rise of the Resistance was incredible, insane, worth the queue. I would literally, if I had to, queue 2 hours for that again if I had nothing else to do. Longer for that. But yeah, I don't know, just nothing beats some of the originals for me, and so that's what I'm going to choose.
Fair enough, that's good.
But yeah. Theme park.
My favourite theme park.
You can choose a Universal and you can choose a Disney.
I'm going to say Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're joint on that one. I think it's just the park itself. The park itself,
all the animals, the trees, the
I don't know, it's just
smells.
Yeah, I don't know, that one, I love Magic Kingdom. And to be perfectly honest, if I had to go to Florida and I could only go to one park, I probably would choose Magic Kingdom because it's so Disney feeling and I just feel so happy when I'm there. But I do actually prefer Animal Kingdom over it. But I get that more Disney feeling from Magic Kingdom. So if I had to choose and I could only go to one park, I would choose Magic Kingdom to get that Disney feel. But that's not because it's my favourite. I don't know.
No, it's Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. I love all of them though. I love all of them. Hollywood Studios is my least favourite park.
There isn't a least favourite.
No, that's what I mean. There isn't. I love them all. But if I had to choose a least favourite, it would be Hollywood Studios. Just because in my opinion, it feels a bit smaller. I don't know if it is smaller. It feels smaller. It just always feels, even before the Star Wars stuff, it just feels a bit more compact, and I don't know, I just don't love it the most out of all the parks. Some of the buildings,
even though it's got your favourite ride.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
You should move Tower of Terror.
No, because I would never, I love all of the Disney parks, genuinely equally, but do you know when you just got a slight thing you don't like about one of them compared to the others? Someone asked me on my Instagram page what Disney park I would choose if I had to. And I'm well, I don't really want to. I physically, I couldn't go to Florida and not do Disney and Universal and all of the parks. But as I just said, if I had to, if I was there, say for a work or something, and I literally only had one day to go to one park, that's what I would do. But I physically couldn't be one of those people that go on holiday and just do one or the other. I don't know, I just couldn't.
You'd miss it out.
Yeah, I would feel like it just wouldn't work for us. So yeah, that's for me. And then Universal, favourite park.
Islands Adventure.
Okay, I'm Universal Studios.
Okay.
I know yours is because of the big rides.
Yeah.
Mine's just, again, I don't know, when I go back to Universal Studios, it just reminds me again of being a kid. Like, remember loving the Jaws ride, the King Kong ride.
You've got the Universal World spinning round, you've got the Golden Arches, you bring it all in. I understand why you choose that, but yeah, mine was definitely for the ride.
Yeah. Like you found it strange, like on holiday, like my mum and dad were happy to not go on rides, and Daniel like doesn't understand that. Where for me, I get that. Like if I got to a point where all rides made me feel sick or something, I would happily just go around the parks and just take it all in.
Bag holder.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, give me your bags. But yeah, no, that, I don't know, it's just my favourite place. Like there's just so much I love about it that I can't even put it into words. But it's so nice, like speaking to so many of you on Instagram, that there are so many people that feel that way, like, and I feel like you just get it or you don't.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's just so nice. There's such a big community of us that get it. But yeah, I think that is us going to round up this vlog of our little recap of Florida and our highs, lows,
favourite foods.
I'm also going to do a video in the week or next week, just about how I book the holiday, how I plan it. As I've said before, like I've been going to Florida since I was really little. I think I was like just over 1.5 when I first went. There's a story about that which I'll tell you in the next vlog. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go, it would just be a quick brief one, how I book it, where I book through, like where I check pricing, what I do for planning when I want to like
you are good at
yeah, so
holidays. I won't get involved in booking the holidays just because Kimberly...
I basically text Daniel saying, can I book Florida? Can I book here? He's like, yes, and then I do everything else.
You do all the research.
So yeah, that's what I like doing. I'm a planner. I have spreadsheets on my laptop. I'm here, there and everywhere. Like I write things down. I put it in my notes of my phone. I email myself links. I just love doing all that. So yeah. That is my next vlog in this series, so I hope you enjoy and look out for that if you do need any tips on how to book a Florida holiday. Take care.